Osaka is on several rankings for top places to visit in Japan in 2025. But why, you might ask?
Well, first, it's always been a tourism hotspot. The city still has so many pockets of old charm, but also a bustling cityscape, and it's a known foodie paradise. And second, Osaka is hosting the World Expo this year, so it's gearing up to welcome tons of visitors, and there's sure to be lots of excitement in the air.
One of my favorite things about Osaka is that the people there tend to be so outgoing, funny, talkative, and just very easy to interact with, compared to Tokyo, where people tend to be a little bit more reserved, keep to themselves, and always seem to be really busy and on the go.
Because of this, I found Osaka to be a great place to meet and connect with new people, especially if you venture into the local bar hopping or street food scene. So you should definitely include it in your Japan itinerary if you're coming to Japan sometime soon. We've got a whole playlist on the channel of my Osaka adventures and so many blog posts and food recommendations on byfood.com, so make sure to check those out when you've got time for a deep dive.
But today, I'm showing you the highlights. So this is Japan by Food's take on some of the best of Osaka.
By far, the first thing you've got to do is try the street food in Osaka, especially for travelers looking for bites of local favorites on a budget. One of the best ways to do this is by perusing Osaka's famous shopping streets and markets throughout the city. You could probably spend multiple days just walking back and forth exploring each one. So some of our recommendations are Kuromon Ichiba Fish Market. It's a hub for fresh seafood. Shinsekai Shopping Street, a dive into retro shops and eats, and Sennichimae Shopping Arcade for maybe one of the best okonomiyaki you will ever have.
Oh my goodness, look at this plate! Not only does the plate look gorgeous with its little flakes of gold, the tuna just looks so tantalizing. これがオーナーね。あ、そうなんですか。これがオーナーさんなんですね。マグロ持って映ってるでしょ。本当だ。こういう風に。あ、ここでもしかしてここで切るんですか？すごい。That looks so good already. Oh my goodness, it really does melt in your mouth. You hardly have to chew it, it just disappears. このお店っていつ頃からやられてるんですか？
やってるのは60年やで。もともとはな。
そうなんですか。すごいプロですね。やっぱり。So this is how it turns out after he opens it up. When you leave it in the shell, the meat actually kind of starts to melt naturally. They actually put an additive into it that keeps the meat firm. But this actually adds a little bit of bitterness you might associate with sea urchin. So if you eat it fresh out of the shell like this, apparently it's just very sweet. You don't get any bitterness, is what he said. Holy cow, oh my gosh. It is gone. It's like melty or half melted butter. It disappears in your mouth instantaneously. Definitely worth a try if you guys come here. I 100% recommend this. このお店ってどんなお店なんですか？
駄菓子バーになりまして、ゲームし放題だったりとか、駄菓子食べ放題だったりとか、時間の限りはたくさん食べてもらって、食べ放題とゲームし放題で。
So you can do all you can drink for 2 hours for only 3,000 yen, which is about 30 bucks. This is incredible. My drink has arrived. I ordered the melon cream soda. They also serve it in a masu, which is very not common to see. Normally you put sake in a bamboo square masu like this, but instead they've got their glass inside. Creamy and sweet and retro. Natto is infamous for being a little smelly. Yeah, it is bizarre. It smells exactly like I'm eating real fermented soybeans. Actually, it's quite good. I think the strongest flavor that I get from this is like spicy mustard. I'm really curious about this little tiny dessert. Let's give this one a try. It actually isn't powder. It looks like whipped cream on the inside. Weird. It tastes like grape. It tastes like, you know, grape soda or something. It kind of dissolves into like little sugar specks. So this is definitely a really cool place to visit when you come visit Shinsekai.
Speaking of okonomiyaki is a street food that is turned into one of the foods Osaka is most well known for, and often called by its locals as its soul food. While in Osaka, trying okonomiyaki is a must. It's basically a savory pancake, and okonomi means as you like, so you can basically add in any ingredients you want, although the basics are usually cabbage, seafood, and pork. From chains to mom and pop shops, you can visit almost any spot in Osaka for a great meal. But our recommendations are two of the city's top okonomiyaki: Michelin Guide and Bib Gourmand certified Ajinoya near Dotonbori, a spot that I visited a few years ago, and Mizuno inside the Sennichimai shopping arcade, a spot our other host Stephanie visited in 2024.
見てもらってもわかるけど、うちのね、すごくキャベツが多いんですよ。ほら、混ぜても混ぜてもキャベツばっかし。ほら。次はベーコン。
ベーコン。
はい、これはエビね。キャベツから押しちゃうと水気が出てお好みがベタベタになるんですよ。このままの厚みのままにふわっと焼きます。だから柔らかい美味しいお好みになる。1代目のおばあ祖母の時からこういう焼き方をしてます。
Oh wow, that is incredible. I've had okonomiyaki in Tokyo before. It's so different. The flavor blast that you get from this okonomiyaki is unbelievable. クラシックな味を作ってみたいと思ってるんですけど、はい、教えていただけないでしょうか。
あ、焼かれますか？じゃあ中で。
はい。
OK です。
いいですか？
はい。
やったありがとうございます。
はい、混ぜてください。
Okay.
下からくるっとゆっくりしたら、はい、この粉を。
Okay, so we're allowed to spill a little bit. So I'm gonna put half on top of the pork. 丸い感じがいいんですか？はい。
3個ある方3個でもいいよ。
Oh, really?
お好みで。
お好みで。The moment of truth. We're gonna flip it. Ready? 3, 2, 1. Flip! Oh, no! It's fine as long as it tastes good.
はい。
This is a lot of fun, you guys. Honestly, I don't think there's anything more fun than making your very own okonomiyaki. 1から10でどれぐらいになりますかね、私の。
7ぐらいかな。
7ぐらい。結構正直な。
So before we even sat down outside, the staff come outside to take your order. So basically everything is super streamlined. They'll give you a menu. This way we got our food like as soon as we sat down. Did I mention how cheap and affordable everything is? Even though it has like a lot of different seafood, it's only 1,780 yen, or for the Mizuno yaki, only 1,580 yen, or even cheaper if you don't have seafood. The amakara yaki is 1,100 yen. This is insane, guys. This is the breakfast of champions. The first meal of the day. It's actually almost creamy on the inside, so it's not overcooked at all, even though it's been sitting on the hot plate. So this one is the amakara yaki. So many veggies. My mum would be so proud. Very sweet and salty, just as promised. Oh, and here's the final one we're gonna try today, the yaimoyaki. I've never had an only yam okonomiyaki before with no flour in it, so the texture already is so much softer. Whoa, look at it. Whoa, it's so soft. It's like melted completely in my mouth. Whoa, and it doesn't taste as like heavy as the other ones because there's no flour in it. It's just like silky smooth okonomiyaki. Now I know why it's the number one. This is so good. You guys have to get this one.
If you're enjoying the video so far, please take a moment to subscribe so we can continue to bring you more cool Japan content like this. And while I have you, you may see the logo in every video that we make, but I never get a chance to tell you what byFood is and what it's all about.
byFood is a platform that connects foodies with food experiences across Japan, from award-winning restaurants to bustling food market tours and serene countryside tastings. You can literally book all the restaurants and authentic food experiences you want in English and in one convenient spot. Also, if you're looking for a tailor-made Japan experience, our travel experts can craft a custom culinary trip plan just for you.
And by booking with byFood, you can make a positive change because for every booking, we donate 10 meals to children in need through our Food for Happiness program. So why not plan your next Japan adventure with us? Scan the QR code on the screen or click the link in the description down below to explore hundreds of bookable restaurants and food experiences all across Japan right now. Because if you're not, then you're missing out. Now, back to our regularly scheduled programming.
Our next recommendation is this, Rikuro Ojisan no Mise. A super well-known spot that I think deserves all the recognition that it's garnered over the years. They have the jiggliest, fluffiest cheesecake you ever did see, and they've managed to keep the store limited to Osaka with the goal of maintaining their high-quality desserts and service, as well as staying true to their local mom-and-pop shop roots. Some people have told me that they thought the cheesecake was too eggy, which is necessary to give it that light souffle-like texture. And while I personally love the taste, another way to enjoy it is to take it home and pop it into the fridge overnight, which gives it a more classic cheesecake-like texture and flavor that a wide array of people are sure to enjoy. But make sure to watch our video of my visit right here, and maybe I can convince you that the cheesecake and all of its jiggliness is worth the hype.
Yeah, it was 65 years ago, so not here, so in the south of Osaka. So we have some reasons about that, and number one, we believe it's a value. We have only in Osaka, so not in Tokyo and not in other prefectures. So the people who visitor come to Osaka only to us. So we believe it's kind of value. And number two is only small shop can keep the quality. If we spread to other area like in Tokyo or other country, we can't keep the quality service. This cheesecake is very fluffy and jiggly, so we beat egg white very strongly. I think that makes the cheesecake very high and high quality.
Oh, it's so royal. Cha-cha! Oh my goodness! I think first off, you can really smell the egg whites. It's just like a really eggy, fluffy aroma that's coming from this cake. Beautiful bouncy slice. Oh, look at it, how bouncy it is. That is unlike anything I was expecting. The delicacy of the cheese. It's not an overpowering cheese flavor like you might expect from most cheesecakes. Not just the delicate cheese flavor, but the egg flavor. So you can tell they use really delicious, high quality eggs in this. You know what's fun about this is that the raisins are spread out so nicely that they're just accents on the edge of the cheesecake. If you like raisins, the accents on the edge, it transforms the flavor of the cake. You can enjoy it double, which is, I think, what's very special about this cake. This is definitely a very unique cheesecake experience that you can only have here in Osaka. So if you ever come to Osaka, make sure to try Rikuro no Ojisan's cheesecake with a 37-year history. It's really, really good.
My last tip is to go bar or izakaya hopping, whether you drink or not, because I visited so many bars and izakayas that not only serve drinks, but also amazing and affordable food. And since it's Osaka, you've got a great chance to strike up a conversation with the locals at the bar, because a lot of them will even do their best to talk to you in English, even if they don't speak it very well. The locals tend to always be ready to have a laugh and a good time. So if you're new to Japan, and especially Osaka, or just passing through, I recommend exploring the night scene and maybe even signing up for a bar hopping tour with a local guide, because they can show you the hidden gems and help you meet the locals so you can experience the real Osaka.
I love the atmosphere in here. The moment that you walk in, it's just so welcoming. It's a tiny space, but everyone in here is so friendly. All of the other guests in the room are really, really friendly as well. So you just feel like it's a little family.
It is. The staff are amazing.
This is the bar owner, right? Saya-san is the bar owner. Nice to meet you, Saya-san. All right, so Wakayama
Kanpai.
Gin, is that right?
Wakayama Gin.
With soda. Let's give it a try. Kanpai. Ooh! You can really, the gin is like, you can really enjoy the flavor of the gin. In reality, I think most of these tours would end up at karaoke. This time we're gonna keep it a little bit more tame. What? This is how you go into the bar? Okay, so we just kind of duck in. Here we go.
A little bit of delicious bit of sake here. So we've got 2 different varieties, amaguchi, karakuchi. You've said you've got a sweet tooth, you like the amaguchi, so that's why it's there for you.
It is completely overflowing into this is called a masu, if I remember correctly.
And then once you've done that, of course, you can take it out, move it around, drink from the masu. Or you can pour the masu into the glass to fill it if you prefer. Rather than like drink from a box. Hell yeah, like when else do I have an opportunity to drink from a freaking box?
Definitely. This is so cool. So basically we just hop to different shops within this building.
Yeah. We wanted to do all these in different restaurants, so it would take us all night just to walk between them. But it means we have to try all these different things in the same place and then go out and enjoy the atmosphere of these great little bars.
Ooh, I love that. It's really cool that we can actually sit right in front of the counter where they're cooking. It looks amazing. It just makes you even hungrier when you're sitting here watching them cook. It smells so good.
Yeah.
We got more food. Avocado and bacon. Get out. Really? That sounds amazing. Oh, so good. The food here really is amazing. There are occasions where you're kind of strolling the back streets. The food can be hit or miss sometimes with like izakaya food. But this is not like izakaya food, this is like amazing street food that you can get indoors. Yep. So I think this is where you want to come if you want to get a solid meal before you go out and get drunk the rest of the night. What are these though?
So this is a beer engine, and it's actually what's used to dispense the beer. It uses mechanical action versus gas. They pull the handle, and there's a pump inside, and the pump pumps the beer out.
That's really cool.
Yeah, it's really neat. So they typically tend to be lower in alcohol, and the name derived from people like having a long session of drinking.
Oh.
So yeah, a session. So they tend to be like mid 3.5 area up to like maybe like 4.5 somewhere around in there. So yeah, lower alcohol content.
Come on!
Cheers!
Yeah! That's incredible.
Oh, you really I'm glad you like it. Can you tell the difference in the carbonation level? It's a little, like, I don't know, like almost comes off to be creamy, right? A little bit creamier.
Yeah. This is a weird reference to make, but like butter beer.
Oh wow,
Harry Potter.
That's a great reference. Shout out to all the Harry Potter fans out there.
It's just smooth and buttery is the way I want to put it. So it's like butter beer.
This is a Kushikatsu shop.
I love Kushikatsu.
Oh, Kushikatsu is amazing.
So good.
And this is one of the best Kushikatsus we ever had. Now, what is Kushikatsu? Kushi means skewer, katsu means everything that's deep fried. And then you have a sauce which is called usta sauce. It is actually their make of Worcester sauce.
Yes, so this one is 3 quail eggs on a skewer that's been deep fried in batter. Here we go. Ooh, it's a really light, fluffy, yet crispy batter. Like the outside is very, very crisp. The inside of the egg is so melty and creamy.
Now there's timing for the cheese. A little bit of salt.
So at this particular shop, no sauce, just salt.
Yes.
Ooey, gooey goodness on the inside.
めちゃくちゃ有名 YouTuber だよ。700万人見てるよ。He wants to marry her.
I've just been proposed to by the owner of this shop. This is probably the first time I've gone to a shop and been proposed to, so this is a nice experience. All of this, the food was incredible, and I think all in all, this is just the funnest drinking and eating experience you could have in the local side of Osaka. Well, that's all for our Osaka guide for today, but let us know if there's anything else you'd like to find out about Osaka or any other guides you'd like to see us make in the near future. We're actually going to be making a Kyoto guide very soon, so look forward to that. But in the meantime, thank you guys so much for watching. Leave us a like if you enjoyed this video and some comments down below. And don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. And we'll see you guys very soon in another video. Bye! If you enjoyed this video, click the photos on the left for more, and click the one on the right to learn more about byFood and book your own Japan adventures. Bye!